Greetings, salutations. Welcome to the Library Lowdown, the video where you get all the lowdown on what's happening at the library. We're going to try a thing. It's going to be super cool. And the reason that we're trying this thing is because we're demonstrating something that is going to happen at the library. And this is Monday.
Yep, Monday at 4 or 4:30. What's it say?
It says 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock in the makerspace. We're for teens.
Yes.
We're going to make buttons.
Or tweens.
And tweens.
Yeah.
So for the purposes of the Public Library of Enid and Garfield County, when we talk about teen programming, we're talking 6th grade through 12th grade.
Correct.
And for a lot of these things like button making, if somebody were in 5th grade, we're not going to card you at the door kind of thing and ask you, like what school do you go to? Do you have your student ID to prove that you are old? We don't do that. So we're going to make buttons, and I'm super excited about this. So I've never done this.
I've made one.
All right, fantastic.
So this is going to be, woo. I think the first thing we do is we're going to cut out what's going to go on our button. So I've got some book pages here. And so we're going to cut that.
You know what just occurred to me?
Huh.
I got so excited about the button making that we forgot to introduce ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
We did. Hi, I'm Theri Ray. I am the current interim director at the library. This is my friend Megan.
Hi.
Megan is our teen librarian and does all kinds of awesome teen programming. So let's make a button.
Okay.
So we use this little fantastic hole punch thing.
So you want to do the side with the words on it?
Yeah,
okay.
I do, because I wanted to try a thing because it's also National Poetry Month.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so there's this thing called blackout poetry, and let's see if I can do this in a way that doesn't, damage too much. So for blackout poetry, you sort of figure out which words you want to keep, and then you black out the rest.
Oh.
And sometimes you can get real creative with this, and our teens are super creative.
Oh, yeah. More creative than I am.
Yeah, and I think it's because, it hasn't been squashed in them yet.
Yeah.
And as we get older, sometimes we start to compare and, decide, well, I'm not as good at this, or I'm not as good at that. And teens and children are just fantastic at, I'm going to try a thing and see how it comes out. And I think we could all benefit from doing that a bit. So I'm just going to color this in a little bit. I hope I'm not coloring over any of the words that I'm going to need. I've seen people do really cool, intricate drawings. Like you can see actual art shapes around the words and stuff. So now I'm left with a little thing that just says, riddle, crackling around.
Oh.
Boom, poem, just like that.
Yeah.
And if you had a big page, it would, be bigger. Okay, so now I have my little piece of art.
Okay.
Okay, now what?
What did we decide? Which side did we decide this part goes in? This one?
I think it goes in that one.
Okay, so we're going to put this in with the edges down.
Edges down.
And then I think you're going to put your little picture. We're just going to see. Oh. Okay,
yeah.
And then we'll put that on top.
Put that on top.
And so then you turn it that way and you press it down. And then it'll kind of keep it inside that little thing. Yeah. So now it's in. And so then we put this little guy, and that's the back. Is that how we decided to do it? See, so your button's gone. It's up in here.
Uh-oh, now I don't know if it's the right side up or not. We'll find out.
But it said edges down, right?
Yeah, but I don't know where the top of my button is compared to the top of the...
Yeah, I don't know how to do that either.
Yeah, all right, let's find out. Let's see if we did it right.
There's your button.
There's my...
It didn't attach it.
Let's try it again. Let's try it again.
Outside of pin facing down, and the top of the pinned back should line up with the marks on side of the back die. So do you see the marks? See about
these little marks?
Yeah. I couldn't figure out. Oh yeah, because that little guy's not in there now. So how's it going to attach it?
Okay, so this,
Did it not attach it to the button part?
let's try it the other way around.
I don't know what happened. Oh,
Plot
maybe,
twist.
yeah, maybe he should be in that side.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this side like this.
Okay. Is that right?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know, feeling iffy about the whole thing. Because this doesn't sit in here that well. But this is the only plastic piece that we have, right?
Well, no, I've got more.
No, but it's not like another hard
Oh,
plastic.
no.
Okay, so that's in there like so. It doesn't like to stay in there though. What?
And now it won't go in. What happened?
Well, it's crank.
Do I need to get more? Do we need to try again?
No, let's try a new crinkly.
Okay.
A new crinkle piece.
Okay.
Okay. I'm super skeptical.
That's
Nope.
not right.
Nope.
It's
Nope.
gotta
Okay.
be this side.
Okay. Plot twist.
Do it again.
This part hasn't crinkled, so we're gonna.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, it has to go that side because.
Because otherwise it doesn't.
Right, because that's how you get.
But why didn't it stick to it?
Okay. Try it again. Oops. Nope. This has to go this way. Oh, that might have been a better.
Yeah, we didn't have that.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. All right, let's try another.
Let's try another paper. Should I cut another piece?
I really liked my.
I know. I don't know what happened. No, it didn't cut it all the way. This is a disaster. No.
This is a learning experience.
That's
this
true.
is the. What the? Where did it go?
Well, something fell on the floor, didn't it?
Yeah, but I picked that up.
Oh, okay.
But
Is it up inside?
I think it's right there. Did I smash it in there?
No, I don't think so. I don't. See? Yeah, it goes. Okay.
Okay, let's try that again.
Oh.
Okay, we're just going to pretend that it has the blackout poetry on it. This is called the design process, where you try a thing and see if it works.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work quite the way you thought it did, you try it again.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have
A
our
different
plastic
way.
in there.
Yeah.
We're going to push down.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, all right. And then we're going to take this part and put it in there
And line it up.
and line it up. And voila, we have a button.
What were we doing wrong the first time?
I don't know, maybe I just didn't push hard enough.
No.
You know,
Yay.
sometimes I know this is hard to believe, but sometimes I can be a tad on the rough side. And so I worry that I'm going to break things.
Oh.
So maybe I didn't push as
down
hard
hard
as I
enough.
should have.
And
But
then maybe
yeah.
once it was bent, it just wouldn't stick to it, right?
Yeah, I kind of want to try. You
wanna try again
I want to
now
try
that-
this one again.
Okay, let's do it.
Going to flatten
Let's
this
try
out.
another one.
Going to flatten this out because I really like my little poem that I made.
Okay, let's put them in there.
That goes in there. That goes in there.
Make sure there's just one.
Make sure there's just one.
Okay.
And it fits in there. Mm-hmm. And teens could do this too, right? Like if they're at the library and they're doing this,
Yeah,
and
we
they,
have the button maker available all the time.
and if they make one that day and it didn't come out exactly the way they want, they could do it again.
Oh, of course.
Oh, I love that. So important. And now I'm like, did I get it? Okay, it's disappeared.
It's in there.
All right. The back goes in. And I'm guessing, watch, I've done this upside down or something now. Push that in.
I heard a click. Oh, it worked.
It worked. Oh my gosh, and it's even the right side up. I'm so excited. That is so
Yay.
cool. I love that we have things like this that teens can come and experiment and practice.
Yeah.
And honestly,
And we have stuff to make smaller ones too, like the little buttons. Yeah.
Cool.
I just didn't bring those here, but yeah, we have.
Oh, that
This
makes
is
sense
like
about
2
why
and a
this
half.
is multiple. Yeah.
Yeah, we have 2.5 inch. That's what this is, and then we have like 1 1/4 inch that makes the smaller one. So.
And I mean, and this is part of our maker space.
Right.
So, you know, they could come at a later time too.
Of course.
And make their buttons
Yeah.
and use the maker space. That is so cool. I am so excited about this. I think that is fantastic. You have other cool stuff coming up in April for teens.
Yes.
There's it's kind of like a lock-in, but not an overnight lock-in.
Right. No overnight stay, but we will be there the last Friday of April after closing. So the hours are 5 to 7, and the library closes at 6 that day. So we're going to have some pizza. I'm going to have games out on the table. We'll have things going to just play and hang out, and then there might be some hide and seek or a game of sardines in the dark, closed library in certain areas.
Right. Now, we have a lot of windows on the lower level of the library.
Right.
So even if we shut off all the lights, at this time of year, it won't be super dark.
Right.
Now, upstairs
It's pretty dark.
will be dark because
Yeah.
there's no windows up there.
Yeah.
But how fun. I am so excited about that.
I'm excited, yeah.
And is that going to be sort of an ongoing
Yes, so
fifth
that's going to
Friday?
be every time there's a 5th Friday.
Fantastic.
So I think that's 4 times a year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Super cool. And the regular teen craft on the 4th Friday of every month.
Right.
So there'll be
This month we're going to be crafting healthy snacks because we have our health literacy grant that the library got, and we are incorporating some healthy cooking things into our program. So our craft this month is going to be a healthy after-school bento box snack.
Oh, super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this huge grant is from the Institute of Museum and Library Services and the Oklahoma Department of Libraries. And it's all about health literacy and sort of learning how to be more active in your own health sort of thing. So there'll be that program with the healthy snacks. The other one that's coming up, and I'm excited about this, is the Eat Healthy, Be Active. That's an adult program, and it's about eating healthy and being active and making informed choices about what we do for our health. So that is super exciting. That's a 6-week program that folks need to register for, so we know how many people are coming. We make sure we have all the supplies that we need. That will be super cool. We're also starting the Walk with Ease, which is designed for people who have difficulty walking or are starting to experience difficulty walking. Things like arthritis can really affect how much you feel like you can move. And as you start moving a little bit, it can really help. So the Walk with Ease is designed for that. But I'm thinking I haven't been walking very much. And I probably should join that as well to ease back into being healthy and walking. Another part of that huge grant that I'm excited about is the raised garden beds. We are going to have raised garden beds at the library. Folks are invited to come and help us build the beds and fill them, and it will be a sort of ongoing, hands-on learning lab experience at the library.
Right.
Miss Margot has all kinds of great things set up for that. The Junior Mads and the Mini Mad Scientists.
Wildly successful.
Yes, very popular, very cool. Miss Susan is kind of tight-lipped about that. She's not telling us what that project is yet, but Miss Susan has not yet put together a program that I was not super excited about.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you know, I know that is going to be fantastic. Switch game night. Switch game night is always fun. And then I noticed that there's something on our calendar that I don't know what this is. what is this? So if people have picked up one of these paper calendars, it says on the 26th that there's a parenting class. And I got super excited. I was like, that is super cool. I would, like, parenting class is great, right? Because I remember when my children were little, and they don't come with an instruction manual.
No.
And sometimes you're just like, I don't know, how do I do this?
I did not want to leave the hospital with my first baby. I was like, you can't send me home. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm not ready for this. I don't know. But so this is a parenting class, and it's not actually a library program, which is why I went, I don't know what this, I've heard a thing about this, but we don't have any description on it. What is this? It is actually a class through CDSA, which is one of our great partner organizations. We work with them a lot. And this particular one is for parents of like 3 to 5 year olds. And I heard that there's like a goodie bag sort of thing that parents get when they join up for this. Yes, and it's got like toys, like developmentally appropriate toys for 3 to 5 year olds. And I think it's got quite a few toys in it, is my understanding. But so yes, so this is actually not a library program. It just accidentally got put on our calendar. Okay. It will be at the library, and folks can register.
For anybody to come. Oh, they got to register.
They got to register.
Okay.
They got to register with CDSA. I believe there are about 9 spots available left. And I wrote down a phone number so I would remember. If you want to register for that, you call Sheila over at CDSA, and her phone number is 580-242-6131. So I'm super excited. My children are not 3 to 5; they're 25 to 28. But I still am sort of interested in like what's going to happen at this class. I would love to.
Well, things are so different.
Yeah. And we have so much more information than we did when I was little or when my kids were little. Like we know so much more about what is developmentally appropriate. Right. I remember having the questions. Like, is my child on track? Like, are they, like, is this the right thing that they should be doing right now? And so to have an organization that we work with a lot be able to provide that information, I think is super awesome.
CDSA is really great at that.
Yeah, they are. What else? What are you excited about?
Need teen volunteers for the summer reading program, if I could plug that.
Yes, absolutely.
We are going to be having so many things going on for summer reading, kids activities going on. In July, we're going to be feeding children for the Lunch Bunch program, I think. I don't know if everything is quite nailed down for that yet, but at any rate, there's going to be so many things happening that I need volunteers. You can get service hours for that. I'm going to be having volunteer appreciation, little parties and gifts and prizes and things like that. So I guess not gifts, but prizes. But pick up an application at the library, and there might even be some coming to your school in your school library. So look for those as well.
Yeah. So the teen volunteers are hugely important for our summer reading program. And we will have summer reading activities for teens. There will be summer reading challenges for teens. There will also be tremendous numbers of things for kids. And Miss Susan can really use the help. We can use the help in the library with all kinds of tasks. Helping, like, facilitate, like, getting ready for programs and being there to be hands-on to help. With, can you do this? Can you do that? Interacting, getting to know other teens from other areas. Like if you go to one school or the other, maybe you don't know kids from the other schools, but we all get to come together at the library, which is super awesome. And we often give away really great stuff as part of the end of summer. Like you'll have a big end of summer reading wrap up party. With prize, and that'll be based on, like, people will get entries based on how many hours they did or something like that is how we've done it in the past. Super exciting, super important. Looks awesome on a resume.
Yes.
When you're applying for colleges, they like to see that you've been involved in your community. When you're applying for jobs, they like to know that you know how to show up on time and do the things that you're asked to do. So that is a great way to get like work experience, even though it's volunteer. but it looks good on a resume, and it, being involved in your community looks good on your college applications. Plus, it's just awesome and cool and good to,
And there's tasks for everybody. If you're like, well, I don't really want to like do kids crafts or anything like that, we can have you shelving books. We can have just all kinds of different, there's tasks for everybody. So,
right. Yeah. That's one of the great things. There's space for everybody at the library, whether you want to be the person out front doing all the hey, or you just want to quietly do a small task that you do by yourself, or you want to work with a group. We got space for everybody.
Right.
Which is fantastic. I love it. I do need to say, there are 2 programs that are on our April calendar that are not happening. One of those is the Shameless Romance Book Club that was supposed to meet on the 21st. They will not be meeting. The other is the Sexual Assault Awareness presentation with the YWCA. Unfortunately, that one is also not going to happen. And we're looking at ways to figure out how to provide information on some of that stuff without it being a display or a program. But the library has all kinds of information, and just because it's not on display doesn't mean you can't find the resources that you need at the library.
Yeah.
And we are happy to answer questions and help folks find books and help folks find information. And whatever it is, the library is a judgment-free zone. I could come and ask for any piece of information, and librarians would help me find it, regardless of what it is.
Yep.
So, that's a thing that's happening. There is still lots of super cool stuff happening at the library.
Yeah.
I'm super jazzed about the buttons. Now I'm like, I just want to make buttons.
You need to go get a backpack so you can fill it up with all these buttons.
Oh my gosh, yes, a backpack or the jean jacket.
Yeah.
Did you do the whole 80s thing with the jean jacket and all the buttons?
I don't think I had a jean jacket.
I'm feeling like you're a little bit younger than me. You might have.
It's like 90s. My closet was like the Clueless, closet with like the suspenders and the high-waisted pants. Basically what kids are wearing now was what I was wearing as a teen. The 90s have come back.
Is it kind of like weird a little bit? You're like,
so I have a 13-year-old daughter, and I don't think she likes to hear that I wore the exact same things as she's wearing right now. I think she likes to think that she's a pioneer of fashion, but I love you.
I know, right? You're
but her closet looks like my closet.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and you just go, yeah, yeah. But I love the buttons. The buttons feel very 80s to me.
Yeah.
But that's because I grew up in the 80s, in the jean jackets and the buttons, and the more buttons you had, and sometimes you had to put them on the back because you had so many. But yeah, I love the creativity of it, and you get to make this your own,
right? Which
is super cool.
I'll have lots of things that we can use, or you can bring your own. If you have a certain paper or something that you want. I mean, I've got magazines we can use.
There are some in the makerspace. I happen to know there are some old comic books
yes.
that we were going to use for some different crafts that and they're still there.
Yeah.
So we did some stuff with them, but they're still there that you can rip pages out.
Yeah.
Now I need to make one of those buttons. All right, super exciting. There's all kinds of great stuff happening. Teens, adults, kids. Story times are awesome and fantastic. So yes, come to story time if you have littles. There is a toddler time and there is a preschool time. Those are Tuesdays and Wednesday mornings at 10 o'clock, right on the library floor. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
To hear
it's great.
The kids just have such a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great opportunity for parents of littles to meet each other.
Yeah. So that's the thing too, is after story time is over and they do the craft, I mean, we will have moms with their kids in there just getting to know each other, and they'll be there for hours just finding that community of other young moms or moms of young kids. I mean, it's really great to see the relationships forming and all of that. So
I think that's one of the great things about library programming that sometimes we forget about is that that you get to meet other people who have similar interests, and especially when you're a parent of young children and that takes up so much of your life. Like I remember, right? Like that's all you talk about because it's like your whole life at the moment. And being able to build that community, or you know, the teens being able to come together and find common interests.
Right.
Like the kids who come to Anime Club, they all love anime. You know, the kids that come to Dungeons and Dragons, they're all, you know, like storytellers and role players, and they get to meet kids from other areas and build that community, which I think
we got
is,
kids from all different schools coming to those programs.
yeah,
So.
that is super cool. And the same thing for adults, right? Like if you're into gardening, you can meet other people that are into gardening. If you like yoga, you can meet other people that are into yoga. So that is a huge part of the library that just makes my heart happy. So yeah, so come to the library, do a fun thing, learn some stuff, find some information. It is a great place to be, and we can't wait to see you in the library. Have a great day.
Bye.